Hello, family. Thank you for coming over to the house tonight. And just kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the SK beat. We're kicking, just kicking, just kicking. Okay, you don't come to another episode where we're going to be asking the question of, why you telling my business? Don't be telling my business. Why not? Because a can and a can, a can, a can, and a wheel. Now we're off to... Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. The channel you on? You said? You still Chanel's 4X World Girl, where we talk about everybody whenever we feel like talking about them, okay? And you might ask, why do you feel you can do that? I'll tell you why. Because a can and a can, and a wheel. All right, people. Thank you for spending your afternoon, your morning, your evening, whenever you're watching this video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And keep subscribing. You know I like to talk to many different people in my family, okay? I like to talk to the Asians. I like to talk to the Indians. I like to talk with the Native Americans. I like to talk to the Caucasian people. You know I'm down for the black people, the Africans, the Eskimos. Did I miss anybody, y'all? If I did, remember, I like getting down with you too. So make sure you do the following. You subscribe, you like, you share, and you comment under the videos, y'all. And you know I want y'all to be respectful. That's all I ask, to be respectful. And don't put me on blast because you know I'll put you on blast more than likely. So we don't want to go tit. We just want to enjoy ourselves. We just want to come in the house and have several conversations about several different people. And we usually talk about the ones that are definitely trending out there to put our little 2 cents in. Not that it matter real, not that they ever gonna see it. Okay? But 9 times out of 10, they see it. Somebody knows whoever I'm talking about. And then they go and tell them, you know, so and so talking about you. What you gonna do? That's funny. That's like when we were in kindergarten, or not kindergarten, but maybe elementary school, when some of my best friends or associates or whatever, how you ever saw yourself in school, would come up to you and say, so and so talking about you and talking about your mom. Now, what you gonna do? Like, sit yourself down. Thank you. But I'll be asking you, did you handle them when they were talking about me? Did you get them together? You know, because sometimes you have to look at the people that bring you back the information. All right. But anyway, we're going to be talking about something that has been trending. I think it would trend until this person called Monique gives it a rest. And Atlanta Black Star breaks it down. They got into the commentary and wanted to put their little 2 cents in and give us a synopsis of what the rundown was about. Now, it seems like Steve Harvey done checked himself in into the mix. And I'm like, where did he do that at and why? So GL Euclid is finally speaking out in regard to... Oh, wait a minute. That was Empire. Y'all don't know who Empire is? Go look him up, okay? He's a fabulous, a well-known YouTuber. And he's just making himself, navigating himself through the trenches, okay? He actually has a podcast as well. So, and I do watch him from time to time, okay? Because he just makes me laugh as well. But he's very informative, and I like his style. And y'all should go over there and see what he's hollering about when he posts, okay? But y'all, we got how they say, Monique done poked the bear, and it's a grizzly bear we talking about. We talking about a grizzly bear with that no nonsense. What do you call that? A mustache. And I'm like, your hair done, left you. And if you were trying to grow your hair, I'm sure you have many bald spots up there. So thank you for shaving your head. This woman has been somewhere everywhere. Everywhere. Okay, she's no stranger to nothing television or any type of radio personality type of format. She's been very vocal. She's been a spokesperson for, I think, Weight Watchers too, wasn't it? Or just losing weight, being healthy. She's done that. She's done shows, TV shows, sitcoms. She's done movies. Um, what haven't Monique done? But right now, she done poked the bear, the grizzly bear, the one with the bad mustache, that he needs to like trim it a little bit, because I can't stand to look at him. I never liked it when he was younger. It's just too thick. It seems like it's just like a bad toupee, like a bad toupee mustache. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, because I knew something was wrong with him and Bernie Mac. I think Steve was so jealous of Bernie Mac, and I was so disappointed when Bernie Mac died, because Bernie Mac was running the shit out of him. And then the rest don't follow behind. You know what I'm saying? No one will ever be able to be as good as Robin Harris or Richard Pryor or Bernie Mac. I'm just saying those are the three legends that will always be in my we call it my playlist if I want to look at some different things. And I would definitely Google them and sit there and watch their shows as well. But oh, you know that performances they did on stage as far as comedy. But I don't, if Bernie Mac was here, I don't think he would even really address Monique on what you call it on a public format, because he would pick up and have a conversation with her on the phone. That's just what I get. Even when she worked with Bernie Mac on his show, the Bernie Mac show, he had a high regard for her. So I was like, okay, now we got these two clowns here. They all are talented in whatever they do far as comedy. Uh, that DL is a little bit more opinionated when it comes to certain things, and you would mistake DL as being right 100%. You know, when he makes a statement, it always goes over a lot of people's heads because he used these big words, but he could just use simple words and it'll have the same effect. But I don't know what crowd DL is trying to reach. But you gotta like Monique's style. You just got to. You know what I'm saying? What if what she's saying is true? What if what she's saying is true? That she's had a hard time in the business that she does do with men always coming at her regarding how she should do her show, how should she make herself look and all of that. And she said, she Mama, he over here. He ain't oh I'm sorry. He over here. Okay. But yeah, you know how they say it's a man's world, and I don't know where they got their craziness from because you got to have a woman to be able to reproduce more men, right? So you should pay homage to women in general, okay? But Monique done poked another bear, and that's Steve Harvey, and he wants 2 cents of this little shit show that Monique is giving us. And I tell you, to me, it could be so much smoke and mirrors going on, but Monique has definitely been consistent with the story that she tells. Now, you have to know, or maybe you've never been exposed to a person trying to make you be something different than what the public see. You know what I'm saying? Like putting salt on your name, saying you this, that, and the third when you're really not. But the masses, they got the masses to believe it, so it just becomes into that narrative and that scenario. This is how you are. I'm like, no, Monique is just standing up for what she feels has been wrong and has been wrong for a very long time. I mean, the lady's almost in her 60s. She don't care. she really don't care. Because I'm sure she's made her money. She's comfortable and she don't have to live that Hollywood lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? Where you have to keep up with the Joneses, the Smiths, the Andersons. You know what I'm saying? So, we got to talk about this subject because Atlanta Black Star brought it out. Angela Vasquez, forgive me if I pronounced her name wrong. You know, she titled her article, "You're trying to sound profound now." But really, girl, Steve Harvey says, you're not the problem. I mean, he's not the problem after being called out by Monique amid her feud with D.L. Hughley. Well, Steve, the reason why she keep making reference to you is basically because you were in the whole clique situation with the Lee Daniels, with the Oprah, and then yourself, okay? And look who came back 10 or 13 years later, okay? Lee Daniels saying, I'm sorry. This, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people were speculating, making their own assumptions, and they just put Monique under the bus in a sense. But look, what she was saying was absolutely true. We got to stop making unfair judgments on people just because the smaller person is trying to bring the bigger person down. You know what I'm saying? It's called reckoning time. We don't know how much time we have on this earth, and maybe um, Monique is trying to purge a lot of stuff that she shouldn't have taken for granted and should have stood her ground when it was happening, but she just let things go slide and slide and slide. And now, at her age, I don't think she had to just really live her life and speak truly, freely. Remember, what's her name? Roseanne Barr came out and was talking about the Illuminati and all that kind of craziness. All right, but is it so crazy? Okay, that's what I'm saying. But now she seems like she's gone back to the fold. They don't wrapped her back in, and it just is what it is. But she brought out a lot of stuff that people have been speculating, have been circulating throughout the the industry, the media industry. So I'm like, girl, let's just see what you call it, Atlanta Black Star got to say about Steve coming out. Now I'm not talking about coming out the closet. I'm saying coming out, trying to throw his weight around and trying to put his statement in black and white that he's siding with his fellow brother. Okay, but that's what most men do anyway. They take the side. And I was surprised at Kim Whitley how she just went on over to DL's side. I'm like, is it plausible that it is true that DL said he wasn't going on and he meant that shit? He was ready to walk out the door if he couldn't be the headline. See, that's what I'm saying. They need to stop this. Because all of them are rightly good comedians. Okay? Why do we have to have an opener and a closer? It should, to make things better, it should just went alphabetical order without a first name. All right? DL, since your name starts with the D, you go on first. Monique, you go on second. And say, who would have been, well, Chris Rock would have been going first too. Can't think of another comedian that had an alphabet number right after that. But anyway, I would say the order of selection, we just gonna have it. The first name goes first throughout the alphabet, and we'll trickle on down like that. That would have been a doable situation than sitting up there talking about, oh, well, I had done all of this. The people came to see me, really. And, this like elementary kid shit. You know what I'm saying? We grown ass adults acting like children, but we're telling our children to act like adults sometimes. How is that so mixed up? Make it make sense, okay? And if you haven't known, I do have a second channel. Make sure you go on over there. Make it make sense, okay? It's the little avatar with the black little lady, face, and I'm saying hello to you. That's my other channel, so make sure you go and patron it, all right? But anyway, we're going into the story. It says Steve Harvey won't be joining in on comedian Monique mudslinging and her public fallout with D.L. Hughley. The host extraordinary. Oh, okay, pronounce this word extraordinary or something or near was name dropped as Monique's attempt to bulldoze Hughley's reputation during her 10-minute set at a comedy show in Detroit, Michigan on May 27th. Now, my thing is, if you have a hostile crowd out there, you just have a hostile crowd. You can't get them to act right anyway. So I'm sure all of them that are seasoned veterans of the comedian world, you will come up on somebody's heels or the heels of somebody else just coming off stage and they just got bombed. You know what I'm saying? But when you step up there, they know who you are. It's like the notoriety part plays a factor and it comes back in. And you have to kind of soothe the crowd, find your rhythm, and get them to come back from that bad performance. You see what I'm saying? So they face adversity all the time on the stage, depending on who went before them and do they have to pull out their big major plan sayings to help their script go real well. It crosses over what I'm saying uh, with the audience. But going back, it says, addressing the matter head on, Harvey said, let me just open up by saying, I could care less. I could care less than a blank about what you think about me because clearly, I'm not your problem. I'm like, Steve, shut up. Okay, yes, you do take in what people say about you because if you didn't, you would have just said, no comment, no comment, and I wish they work it out off air. And then you could have went on about your day. Now you want to be messy too. You want to be in that pot stirring. You want to bring down another black woman and a black woman at that in the comedian field. All right, so don't do that. Come out like Monique is trying to tell y'all. DL Hughley came out with his fired shots fired. You know what I'm saying? He was ready to spray every little thing, every little body, every little thing Monique wanted to bring to the table. He was ready to blow it all up. Okay. But again, Steve trying to be coy, trying to act like he's the better man, and he's want to dump on Monique, just like he did with the whole Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels thing. Okay, but going back to the article, it says the Steve Harvey Morning Show. He continued, and you know what? Anyone who knows me, who really knows me, can't even make that statement. You trying to sound profound now, but really, girl, I'm like, then why you calling her a girl? She's a woman, okay? She's a woman, Steve. It's like we call you a boy. You would get offended that we called you a boy. You wouldn't want to have a conversation with us if we brought it out like that. I'm like, play your role, Steve. Play your role with Marjorie. Let Marjorie keep pimping you out, doing what she needs to do to you, taking all your money because you know, because you done some dirt yourself when we talk about your ex-wives. So we don't want to go there. You talking about you an expert person? Go buy my book. You done been divorced what 3, 4 times? What advice can you get other than showing us how to get a divorce? So sit yourself down over there, okay? Just sit your ass down there and be quiet. Sit on the bench and just watch things transpire. Okay, that's what we need you to do, Steve. Okay, the Parker Star aired her grievances tied to headlining issues in Hughley. Even going on as far as saying providing contracts to be shared on social media to prove which of them, Monique or Hughley, was to have top billing that night of the show. Hughley shared multiple receipts backing his claims that he was the sole headliner. Monique also posted her own receipts in an effort to prove that her frustrations were valid. Harvey, who is not a part of the show and no longer performs as a stand-up comedian, thank the Lord, thank the Lord, thank the Lord. Okay, was thrust into the comedian's rant because of a past interview she claims is full of mistruth spoken by her. That's really crazy, Harvey said before adding that Monique drugged the audience into her private issues that night instead of sticking to the mission of entertaining ticket holders. The comedian also theorized what he believes transpired and led Monique and Unleashed on stage. Her management, whoever he is, simply stated, I got this gig, you co-headline. I promise you that's what was told. And that was incorrect information because DL put that contract online. Harvey said during his show on June 1st, he was 100% headlining. Co-headlining affects the money. If you're co-headlining, you're going to get the same cash. Okay? So again, it's about a money grab. Is it about a money grab? I guess it is. It's about a money grab and not about what Monique is trying to has always been trying to say. Morals and ethics go a long way. You mess with somebody's character and their characteristics. You're just trying to put salt on their name. And what else that you do have in this world other than your name and your credibility of doing something that that person's gonna do? They're gonna step up and do the right thing, regardless if they have to bring a big giant down. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, then we got Hughley, who also hosts a radio show, the DL Hughley Show, addressed the issues of the airways where he blamed himself for taking a chance and working with Monique despite her track record of public views. Now, see, I'm like, really, DL? You really blame yourself? And you're gonna dog yourself? You're gonna throw yourself in the corner and say, why me? Why make that bad decision? No. Because, like I said, we'll really never know the truth. Y'all thought she was crazy for going off on Lee Daniels, Oprah, and Steve Harvey, and Tyler Perry. But look what came out. Look what transpired. Trans- Transpired. Now, do I like that Monique husband is always in the mix? Not necessarily. I don't, but he's her manager, so he's gonna be in there somewhere, whether you like him or whether you don't. That opinionated situation really should make a difference. But they always trying to put little Mr. Hicks down because they don't think he has enough capability of being someone's manners. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's, if you don't have the white man or the Jewish man or somebody else in another culture representing you, I guess, your husband or somebody black ain't gonna do you right. Is that how it really goes? No, but we said we for our own. We want to build our own. We should have our own. Is that what we saying now, Steve? Okay, but anyway, um, he goes on to say, meaning D.L. Hughley said, I made the quintessential mistake, the horrible mistake, like Tyler Perry, like Lee Daniels, like Oprah, and why he dropped name, why he name dropping, okay? They were wrong. They were wrong in this incident. And Monique proved her point. Okay, but you think you're going to get an Oprah to come and apologize? You think you're going to give Steve Harvey the matter of fact position that he's going to apologize, which he seemed like he half-heartedly did to you anyway, but now he's trying to throw you back under the bus because you don't mess with one of his homeboys. Because I promise you, all those threats that DL and Steve were making in a sense that they got people. Well, how you know Monique ain't got people that's ready to serve her at will, at a moment's notice? How? Come on now. Don't do the black woman like that. Don't do a woman like that. And DL and Steve, when you go home and you look at your mother, if she's still there, when you go home, you look at your wife, your girlfriend. Would you say some of the shit to them that you have thrown at Monique? I think not. Okay, or you'll be sleeping on the couch more than likely, or taken to the cleaners. Okay, but anyway, he goes and says all those high, profound names to make his point. He said, like all these people saying, yes, you. It's an occupational hazard, and it is my fault. I have learned my lesson, Hughley said, while defending his reputation. When you do things you do, when everything's about you, when you're vitriolic and you have all these fights with all these entities, it is you. Precious was not a movie. It was an autobiography that is who you are, literally. Yeah, that's not who she is. Just because you're mad that she blasted you and put you on the hot seat. Come on there. Everybody has a voice. Everybody has a reckoning time. And everybody don't have to like everybody that you like. You see what I'm saying? Because all y'all were friends to a certain degree. You ate at her house, and then you go talking about, well, it was at her discretion of asking me to come. And, and I came. No, you went over to the lady's house, you ate, you had a good time. And now that she's throwing you under the bus, you're trying to tear her up simultaneously as well. So, that's all I have for this video, guys. Y'all like it, love the guy to have more. I will be bringing you more topics to talk about, sit and ponder on, and see if we can find some understanding. Okay, but I don't like how they trying to jump on my girl and Kim Whitley that went over to the men's side. I'm like, girl. Well, we know where your bread and butter is. We know where your butter and bread is toasted and baked on. Okay, we know where you go when things get low and you want somebody to throw you a bone. But that is what it is. I cannot believe Gerald Levert went with her. I really can't. But that's me. That's off the topic subject. So I just had a moment there when I thought about her and I put Gerald Levert. And I think she said, who she said had bit her? Somebody. Was it Bobby Brown? It might have been Bobby Brown. She said he came up to her and bit her in the mouth or on the lips or something. I can't remember. But anyway, y'all be breezy and I'll see y'all next video. Bye bye.